Welcome to Revolutionary Talk. We're under a new series, and we're talking all things sounds. First episode, we're talking sound baths.
This is right up your alley. Are you excited?
Yes, I am. Fun topic. I'm excited to go into it more.
Perfect. Where are we going with this?
I mean, it's kind of a loaded question. It could be answered in a long way or a little briefer. But for somebody that's never heard of a sound bath, what is a sound bath?
Oh, well, sound baths, a lot of times you'll go into it as a live instrument performance,
Okay.
but not really a performance. It's oftentimes not something that's pre-scripted in any way necessarily, other than maybe just like a guided, intuitive practice that offers benefits of relaxation, stress relief, and for everybody that's there, available, laying out, enjoying, or just sitting up and allowing themselves that moment to quiet down.
Now, when you say intuitive, as like the person playing the sound bowls, are you saying like the people create the energy that tells you how to play sound bass, or how does that process work?
I mean, for me, when I play, I feel like I am picking up whatever is going on in that space. So I may notice how people are coming into the space. Are they more stressed? Are they more anxious? Are they feeling more calm on the other end of the spectrum? So it just kind of brings into at least the beginning of it, like, where are we going to begin, or where do we need to begin to help more or less trigger those alpha theta waves into that relaxation state, that meditative state our brains can go into with the help of sound.
Holy smokes. How long does it, do you know how long it takes somebody to get into those brainwave states?
With the singing bowls, with the sound baths, not very long.
Really?
Yeah, like
That's
a couple
cool.
minutes. I mean, I've noticed throughout the experiences I've been doing the sound baths, I mean, within a minute or two, honestly. Sometimes it may take a few more minutes for some people if they're coming into a meditation practice to begin with is oftentimes difficult. I remember when it was hard for me to let me just sit for a moment and close my eyes. Like, even after like 2 minutes, it's like, oh my gosh, this is kind of, what's going on?
Yeah.
But I think the sound really helps to pull in that focus, center the focus and ground into a space that allows you to kind of separate from all the thoughts that might be passing through your mind.
Yeah, it's kind of a center point that you can stay focused on, which is very easy to do. It's not like, there's a complicated thought in your head. It's a sound.
Yeah.
So.
Very cool.
You mentioned something earlier. So when it comes to like the intuition of the person playing it, is it more of a feel thing where you almost like read the room and kind of get a sense of how everybody's doing, or are you more of like asking questions like off the bat, like how's everybody doing today, and getting like a verbal response?
That's a great question. Sometimes, if I have the opportunity to talk to people individually, awesome. It does help. But at the same time, too, reading people's body language, seeing how much time they may be taking to settle into their space on the mat. These are just some like different cues that I notice visually and, in other ways perhaps too, that it helps to bring in, okay, what can I offer as a way that I'm kind of doing subconsciously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. And then whenever you're doing these, are you typically doing it inside exclusively or outside, or is there a good blend between the two?
A good blend.
Yeah.
A good blend. Yeah. And being able to have that kind of flexibility is really nice, because outside, for instance, on a nice, beautiful day outside under the trees and enjoying that nature and hearing, including all the different sounds into that experience. And then same thing for inside. I mean, that could be a really unique space as well, depending on where it is, as far as, different locations offer different benefits and different experiences as well based on that location. So it's neat to be able to take that experience to different places for more people to enjoy, and also having it on a place that's more virtual as an opportunity too, that if we can't be at a physical place for a sound bath, that at least we can plug into something 24/7.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, that's a big thing on the well for those you haven't seen that yet, go check it out in the description. But we do have virtual options,
Yes.
which is really, really cool. For somebody who's watching it and listening at home, what type of setup should they create for themselves to get the best experience possible? Since obviously they're at home and they need to prep that themselves.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question. Having headphones at the minimum, I think, would be a huge help. But if you have the opportunity of a space where perhaps have a better speaker system set up that really gives you that more surround sound experience through your body, that's just another suggestion. But listening to those kinds of tones through your headphones, at least, especially if you're just on the go, not driving.
You don't think so? I kind of like listening to sound bowls when I drive. Like it's on. Sometimes on the sound I get from the licensing platforms, and I'll be like, "Dang, this one's kind of putting me in the slot."
It's like disclaimer: no heavy machinery.
Yeah.
But giving yourself that space, like on an airplane or traveling,
Yeah.
and like.
What about the lighting in the room? Would you say like bright room, dark room, starlight projector? I'm a big starlight projector when I do anything spiritual.
Oh, we love the starlight projectors. Yeah, definitely. I mean, anything that sets the tone for what makes you comfortable. Sometimes people prefer the natural daylight, the sunset, for instance, or darker room too.
How do people typically feel? So if somebody were to do this in the morning or the evening, which one would you pick, one side or the other, for them to listen to sound baths? For instance, like they put me to sleep. They're chilling me out. So I would say I'd be on the back side. What about in the morning? Have you played with that much?
I would say if you're wanting to, because for some people their meditation practice might be the first thing in the morning. Using the sound bath audios or the videos, sound bath audios for that experience, to do that, like a 5-minute meditation or a 20-minute meditation, depending on what you're working at that point. It can bring more energy to some people, I've heard. It can be calming, and then it can help to really set the tone for the day also. So really bringing in the intention that they want to set for that day.
Gotcha.
But like you said, bringing that practice into an evening routine as well can help to calm your mind, bring you more like into a space of, okay, I'm ready for bed after this. So I would say it's more of a preference kind of thing too, individually.
Cool.
And it might depend on the type of sound bath too, right? I mean, some, depending on the tone, what's going on. Some might be.
We don't get too crazy. I mean, it's the tones of how the bowls like come out fully. It's a slower, more unique, like pulled out process. And so but that said too, in the well, we have guided movement meditations with the sound bath. So again, it's just a matter of preference. Do you want to bring in that movement that might be more sped up, with or without the singing bowls, or do you want to focus more on like that relaxation or that what we call like a yin, like slow moving?
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's awesome.
Yeah. Wow.
Lots of different approaches for it. Any other final takeaways we have here for somebody who might be interested in dabbling in it but hasn't experienced it yet?
Well, we've got a lot of great opportunities as far as listening to the audios and watching videos of the singing bowls, enjoying that experience from wherever you are in the world through the well. And so jumping in there's a 2-week free opportunity that you can just try it out.
Yeah.
So that's what I would recommend.
And they're usually like 15 minutes in length, right? So, it doesn't hurt to go get that free trial, check out a nice 15-minute sound bath. If you don't like it, then move on, but we think you will. So
yeah, and there's plenty in there. Having the opportunity to go through the library, there's many videos to choose from. So trying a new one out each day or trying a couple out each day, whichever you want to do, however often you want to jump in there and listen to it, it's there for you to take advantage of.
Boom. Let's go. There we go. Be sure to check out the well. As I mentioned before, the link is in the description. And next week, we're going to talk about a different sound. So be sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for that.